don't think a Bafang would be suitable on this road. I'm not sure. Glad to see you're making it to testify. Right to repair pass. That's the thing. I may not actually get to speak. Apparently from the email that I got, they only let 6 people speak on each side. I'm not sure how they pick though. Do they pick beforehand based on any set criteria, or is this set at random? And if it's set at random, is it real random, or is it like Paul Q random, which is, bullshit, not actually random? Yeah, I don't get to pick when I testify. That's the thing. Because this time I got to pick after all the jackasses test. I mean, in Boston I got to testify after everybody else did, which was great because that I got to, refute the bullshit. Whereas in Nebraska, I spoke before a lot of them testified. So I was pulling my hair out. I remember at one point I wanted to actually walk up and yell, "You're wrong! You're wrong!" I was trying to get the attention of a senator to cut off their testimony, and the security person was saying, "No, stop, sit back down, you can't do that."
Hey, if you want to go ahead and show an iPhone 4, I have an iPhone 4.
I like to bash your iPhone 4. Is Paul's Q not random? I'm shocked, says Jose. Scherberg building at 304 15th Avenue Southwest. Yeah, I thought it was some other one. I bet you any flux capacitor girl's gonna be there. Yeah, she may be. Jessa Googled her. Apparently she does powerlifting competitions. I gotta be careful. I say the wrong thing, she's gonna wind up deadlifting me.
Oh, I love to see that.
Watch out for exploding magnetrometers. Again, I'm not afraid of exploding magnetrometers. I'm afraid of being deadlifted.
I would pay to see that.
Get some rest. Yeah, the moment I get to the hotel, I'd like to at least get 9 hours of sleep. So I'm probably going to go to sleep the moment I get to the hotel. But the problem is that gives me no time to practice.
You gotta eat.
And I do need to practice. Eating I can do any time, but practicing I need to do. I will not be an ummer. No, that's not happening. It has to be, like, I'm not writing this down on a piece of paper so that I could read off a piece of paper, because it's disrespectful to the people listening that I care so little about my craft or my job or what I'm passionate about that I have to read it off a piece of paper, because to speak for 180 seconds, no, I couldn't commit that to memory. Too much. Last time I didn't practice, but I was also sick, so it kind of came off like shit. The Boston hearing really didn't come off well, but I think I have a chance to redeem myself with this one. Someone says the one me is me. I'll be there tomorrow. I won't be testifying, but I'll show my support. Safe rest of your trip. Thank you, Papa D. I appreciate that. What's the secret app on Erica's iPhone 4? I can't tell you. I'm sworn to secrecy. I am sworn to secrecy. All I will say is that app is the cause of things invading my life. That I don't want to be there. You killed it last time when you spoke. No, I think I was either 101 or 102 fever for that trip, but I felt like complete dog shit. I was not in a proper state of mind. I almost tripped when I was walking down to actually talk. Luckily, my camera person is terrible, so you don't actually have me walking down to testify captured on camera. So it kind of evened itself out.
But you know what? You were walking so quickly as if you won $1 million. And Price is Right. I couldn't even move the camera that quickly. They called your name. Next thing I know, you're all the way at the bottom. That's why you see me, rush to move the camera, because I look at you and you're like, moving like you're on a game show. You gotta walk slower because your camera person is gonna.
I was afraid that if I didn't get there in time, I was gonna fall over or trip. I felt like such shit.
Over this time, I will make sure to zoom in.
Secret app equals match? Maybe. Maybe she's watching an app that allows her to connect with other Apple users.
But if you made an online dating profile, it'd be very easy for me to spot it. It would probably say something like, Must not be an Apple user. No MacBooks allowed. ThinkPads only. That's my speculation.
I think it would be fun to have a motorcycle here, Erica.
Huh?
I think it would be fun to have a motorcycle here. There's no traffic.
Which reminds me, I brought my MacBook with me.
Seattle is home to the original Starbucks. Pink Santa would appreciate it. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to a Starbucks.
I gotta go bring my MacBook into Starbucks. And I gotta take a picture and post it on Instagram.
If there's someone in like a food shop across the street with a ThinkPad, I just want you to know. It's... My other favorite thing that you have taught me, other than electronic stuff, is you talk on virtual signal a long time ago. Huh. I don't even remember that talk, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm getting old.
Hey, so by the way, Tim from TCRS was saying how I think he said the 2013 to 2017 MacBooks were easier to fix, the MacBook Airs. So I was thinking, based on his advice, the next time the next MacBook I get should probably be that model. Because that way it's easier for you to fix it. And I want to keep you in mind.
There was a woman that came by my office 4 months ago with a ThinkPad, and I'm just like thinking to myself, like, just stay monogamous, just stay monogamous, stay monogamous. It's like, Erica makes this harder every single day.
Why? I'm trying to, be nice and considerate of you. If I get a new MacBook, it should be an easy to fix model. Someone asked how easy is a 2012 MacBook Air to fix?
Depends on whether or not the person that got liquid on it used it for another 2 years and plugged it in afterwards.
Hey,
But then again, she did the same thing with her phone, so she'll probably do it again.
there's something about my Apple product. It just draws water to it. Maybe if you
Keurig user, Apple user.
put a bunch of Apple products in the desert, water will come. Did you ever think of that? Huh? What? Just put a mountain of Apple products in the desert. billboards in Hawaii, for instance. That's another.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to start out this conversation about my pee-pee buzz and what it means to me and how important it is to all of you to function. Indeed, and how a low pee-pee buzz caused by a dead SMC that I can't replace because I can't get firmware to it because the chip kills itself if I try to read it is also quite important to you. Because it means that your battery will not work anymore. A meme speech would be pretty epic. Yeah, like at some point I probably should do that just for fun because there's really, like, I realized at this point that most of them are not listening and don't really care. I should do a meme speech and see if it actually notices. Maybe it would go viral and job done. You know what? Stop giving all these nonsense. I didn't give any technical mumbo jumbo on my last one. If people think the speech that I gave in Boston was technical mumbo jumbo, then that's not even OK Boomer. That's like OK Silent Generation. That's OK Greatest Generation right there. As someone who lives in Olympia, welcome. Sadly, the downtown can be little in San Francisco. Hello, Eric, and thank you for the welcome to your place.
There's casinos in Washington.
There's casinos everywhere.
Not in Hawaii.
How else are you going to separate people from their money? And they have Denny's, too, if you want to have a heart attack. Welcome to Washington. Everyone drinks Starbucks and has a MacBook. Boo. Thank you for the $5, and I'm sorry to hear that what you said was probably true. Talk about how people can work on their own vehicles' electronics. Oh, that's already built into the speech.
Well, it's an RV.
Was I already?
I've never seen an RV camp in my life. We're not, there's no RVs in Hawaii. That's amazing.
What I was thinking, I already have something handled here. Here, I have to. I should probably practice it in the cab. Let's see. I am hungry though. I would like to lay down before practicing, but I have 35 minutes to kill. I'm gonna see if I can practice now, as long as Erica doesn't interrupt me. Where do I have my? Where do we go with this? Alright. You're going to hear two criticisms of this bill today. The first is that this is a solution in search of a problem. I'll let you determine if this is a problem. 70 years ago, you can open up just about any appliance or piece of electronics in your house, and it would have a little schematic in it that said how everything was put together. If you needed a part, even for the greediest of companies, you could call them up, and they would tell you where you can get it. Fast forward to today, where if you want to buy a chip that controls charging of your computer, you can't. If you try to read the firmware off of the chip that you have, it will kill itself, like one of the terrorists in Jack Bauer's 24. Have any of you seen that show 24 with Jack Bauer? Where he has to find terrorists and get them to tell him where the bomb is, and he'll find a terrorist and go, "Where's the bomb?" And the guy swallows a cyanide pill to kill himself just so that Jack Bauer can't solve his mission. That's what it's like being a repair technician working on modern products, where if I simply want to have your machine charge and see a battery again, I have to rip stuff off of boards that I find in garbage pails because what they claim is not a problem actually is a problem to thousands of my customers and all of the people here today, which is why we're here. Nah, that's too salty. Far too salty. Not this same speech. Dude, it's not like they saw the last one. You get it. I have to. This is why I don't practice, because I usually come up with something good and like on the fly. The Jack Bauer stuff was a little long and pointless. Says the person who doesn't realize that the only moment of that speech where the guy actually smiled or listened to me or put down his phone was me bringing that up. If you go to the Boston hearing and you look at all the lobbyists, I mean, not all the, if you look at all the senators, they were all sleeping for the entirety of my speech. The one moment where they woke up is where I said, this is like that show 24. So this is something where what you do is you look at what worked last time when you were speaking to the audience, and then you implement it in newer speeches. I have to put it in there somewhere. That's the thing. I didn't want to repeat it, but it's literally the only part of the speech, of the testimony that anybody there was awake for. You could see that he smiled. I put it in the Santa video. I zoomed in on the guy's face. That's the only part that they were up for.
So let me get this correct. So for your speech tomorrow, you're going to talk about the Jack Bauer thing, and then your main speech on the 23rd, you're going to use the same thing.
I don't think they're watching me regularly. I don't think they even listen to the people right in front of them, much less watch videos of a YouTube guy testifying from state to state. So me doing a rerun, I really don't think is a big issue. They don't have technical background. Exactly. That's why we talk about Jack Bauer. Yelling bombing in a government building does tend to grab attention. But you have to get the danger part across as well, because when they say dangers, dangers. A large issue that's discussed when it comes to repair bill is dangers. Here I'd like to ask you guys about AutoZone. Have you ever seen a commercial for AutoZone? They have one commercial that came out in 2019. It's one of my favorite. It's called I Did It. And you have a group of people, about 3 or 4 people, that are each working on their own cars. My favorite is right towards the end. You have this mother-daughter team. They clearly have never worked in a car before. One of them is underage. They lift the car up on the jack and they fix the brakes. This team of people who've never worked on a vehicle before are going to make sure that this 4,000-pound hunk of metal is able to stop when going 70 miles an hour on a highway. Not only do we allow this, we advertise it and celebrate it. Fast forward to today, where the people who are sitting across on that bench over there are trying to tell you that if I take this phone and I open it on this desk, there's a good chance that it'll explode. Watch. Here, I'm going to take out a screwdriver, and I'm going to... Oh, whoops! It slipped while I'm unscrewing the battery. Are you running to the exits? No, you're not, because you realize that what they're saying is untrue. That's much better than the first one. Because, like, the salt is targeted. There's this thing that my Sifu says with martial arts training, which is you always have to find you always want to direct your energy to someone's center of gravity. You don't want to push somebody, and you don't want to let them get to you. You don't want to be caught pushing, because if you get caught pushing, then you can just get them. They can like take that energy and pull you into them and beat the shit out of you. You want to push to their center of gravity, but you want it to be where, even though you're clearly pushing to their center of gravity, that if they were to move away, you wouldn't fall forward. And that's kind of what I want to do with the saltiness. Like, there needs to be just By the way, Jesus cares about you, Erica. Do you see that sign up there?
No,
it's probably very blurry.
You know what the white one says? Jesus is coming soon.
The AutoZone bit is good. Yeah, you want to have enough salt that you can get across that there's a problem, but you don't want to have too much salt that you just come off unattractive to them.
Oh my God! Do you see that? That's an L&L barbecue.
L&L barbecue. I've never heard of it.
Oh my God! It's in Hawaii. It's a very popular chain in Hawaii.
What? Now we have to combine these elements into one speech. Today I'd like to tell you about the real America and the America that lobbyists want you to think that we live in. There's this one company, AutoZone. They make and sell car parts, and they have this commercial I really like from last year, and it's called I Did It. In the commercial, it features about 3 or 4 different sets of people that clearly have never worked on a car before, and at the end of the commercial, when they're done doing the work, they say, I did it! There's this one mother and daughter team that I like the most here, because it looks like they're trying to get a car on the jack for the first time and work on the brakes. Because that's exactly what I think of. No, that's terrible, because I was about to insult the daughter for not... What the hell is wrong with me? Why would I insult the people doing the thing I want to support? Yeah. Alright, we got to make sure we get a good take here. Even Jesus knew to speak by analogy. That's why I think that the Jack Bauer thing really works. If they get bored under 2 minutes, someone is speaking in monotone. Yeah, that's why you got to wake them up. It has to be entertaining and salty. Sprinkle a little. I like battery example. As a paid employee of the people, please put down your phone. No, that doesn't work. Tori Amos did that in a concert live at Montreal in 1991. She was telling this guy, excuse me, You guys are going to talk, or did you come here to listen to music? No, really, you paid a lot of money. And everybody applauded, and everybody loved it, but I'm sure that the guy that, that was told, why are you talking in the middle of my concert, was pissed off. And even if he shouldn't have been talking in the middle of the concert, that's not the idea. I need to get them to want to listen to me. I don't need an adversarial relationship with the senator or the assembly person. If I create that, it doesn't matter what I say, because they're going to immediately be primed to hate it.
That Bass Pro Shops place is huge. I've never seen one before in my life. We don't have that in Hawaii. I've heard that.
Let's try again. There's this excellent commercial that this auto parts company called AutoZone has. It's called I Did It. And in this commercial, you see about 3 or 4 different groups of people who have clearly never worked on a car before, and they buy their parts and they get into their car, and at the end of it they each go, I did it. They're really excited and happy, and they feel this great sense of pride and accomplishment that they fixed their own car. My favorite is this mother-daughter team with that clearly have never worked on a car before, and they're trying to get the car up on a jack so that they could fix the brakes. The thing that allows this 4,000-pound monstrosity that can go 80 miles an hour to stop so that it doesn't kill people on the highway or in traffic. That's the country that we live in, where we take such pride in the ability to own and maintain our products and our self-sufficiency that we are okay with people servicing their own car. Here, we are trying to redefine ownership by saying, no. You see this little phone that you have that's like 50 ounces? No, your phone is not 50 ounces. What the fuck is wrong with me? This little phone that's 5 ounces? No, if you open it, it could explode. So see here, like I'm opening the phone to fix the battery, and whoops, see that? My screwdriver just slipped and smashed the board. Is anybody here running for the exits? No, you're not. The same way that you're not on the highway going, oh my God, did that person in front of me try to fix their own car? Did they listen to that AutoZone commercial? That's the reality that they need to reframe you into thinking we live in order to convince you that this bill is a bad thing. The next criticism of this bill is that it's a solution in search of a problem, as if everybody just flew out here of their own accord and spent their own money rather than sitting in their shop to work because there's no problem. Let's talk a little bit about how the culture has shifted from 70 years ago to now. So 70 years ago, you could open up any appliance, receiver, anything you have in a house, and there's going to be a schematic in it that tells you how everything is put together. Fast forward to now, there's no schematic available, and if someone like me finds it on some corner of the internet and uses it to put up a video on how to replace a fuse in a product, a law firm is after them. 70 years ago, you could find parts that you needed to fix your products. Now, they will actually make changes to the chip inside of a product so that last year's chip doesn't work in this year's model, and this year's model chip is not sold to anybody. I tried to buy an Intersil charging chip from Intersil and several other distributors, and they told me that they have an exclusivity agreement with Apple so that chip cannot be sold to anybody but Apple. What does that mean? That means that if you buy a $4,000 device, rather than having the choice to go fix it anywhere, you can only fix it at the manufacturer that wants $1,500, and all your data on the product is tied to that board, which means that your data is gone. They may say that's a solution in search of a problem, but if their scripted testimony that they clearly didn't memorize before reading it to you were on that machine that they could not get the data from, I'm sure they would see that as a problem. The last thing that I find offensive here is where they say that there are people here today that greatly stand to profit from this legislation, and I do agree, in spite of their disingenuous nature, that there are people here that set to profit from this legislation, and I would suggest that's the people that are being paid to oppose the bill rather than the people that paid thousands of dollars out of pocket to lose work and come here to testify in support of an industry that they take pride in. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. Alright, let's see what we think of that. There's no Jack Bauer in that one. It actually works without Jack Bauer, and I think saying that it would... See, I came up with that on the fly. Like, the people that don't see this as a problem are the people that would see it as a problem if their data were stuck on... if their pre-written script that they clearly did not memorize before coming here to read it to you were stuck on that machine they can't get their data from. Like, that's fire right there. Bam! Shove it up that lobbyist. I think that works. It's a little salty. Yeah, it's salty. I have to make it a little less salty, but sounds like a YouTube video. Jack Bauer beats AutoZone. Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't address danger very much in my last speech. And that's the other problem with this that people don't get, is that you get 180 seconds. So when they say, you know, you need to speak, you speak way too fast. They're not going to get it if you speak that fast. Like, they put you on a timer. I could speak way faster than that. The mom and daughter jacking up the car sounds dangerous, sorry. Yeah, I know, that's the thing. It sounds dangerous, but it's totally legal, which is kind of the point. I mean, you're going to go after me for trying to replace a battery when you're allowed to do that? But that's exactly the point. $60 testimony versus $600 door testimony. The reference to script being read like a script. Nice. Yeah. I just came up with that. Fly. Yeah. I think. AutoZone is a better analogy than Jack Bauer. Yeah, point taken, but the Jack Bauer analogy doesn't bring up that something's potentially dangerous. But that's the thing, is that we live in a society where we allow people to do dangerous things if they, rather than try to restrict what they do with their own property. So if you're allowed to do all this dangerous crap with cars, why can't, when you're the owner of it, why can't you replace the battery in your phone? I always like the time comparison of Apple Repair versus Independent. No one likes the idea of being without a phone for a week. Pre-record the speech and play it back while memeing it with your mouth. Keep the script reference. Okay, I'm going to keep that. I need to keep that. I have no idea what's going on. Don't forget to smash the like button. Lewis speaking to the hearing. They may think, damn, we need to legislate car self-repair for safety reasons. Yeah, probably. That could actually wind up backfiring. AutoZone tries to tweet and keep us out of this shit. Not many senators care about the environment. Yeah, but they have to pretend to pander to their base, especially in the Oregon, Washington, California area. So but still, I don't want to bring up the environment thing because everybody does that already. It's boring. It's like you already know it. You know, I kind of have to take you off guard with something else. Because that's the thing. In order to get someone, it's the same thing as when you're trying to ask someone out on a date. If you're trying to get someone that you think would not want to go out with you to go out with you, you have to take them off guard and then ask them out. Because it's the same thing. Like when I said the thing about Jack Bauer in 24 in the first testimony, I took that senator off guard. It woke him up. And then you take him off guard again with the, 250 years ago. Well, how would that have went in Boston with the American Revolutionary War thing? That I really just came up with on the spot. I gotta kind of figure out some more history about Olympia and Washington so I can come up with a similar historical reference if need be. Pander to environmental concerns. I don't want to do that because that's what everybody else does. That's built into the bill. I mean, that whole saving the environment thing is what everybody is expecting to hear. So when I'm bringing it up, I'm not bringing them anything new, or I'm not bringing them anything that's going to inspire different action. I'm not going to change their mind. If they're for it, knowing it's for the environment, they're for it. If they're against it, not caring about the environment, they're against it. But that's already pre-baked into the cake. This is literally the Environment Committee. Exactly. So they're already aware of this. I'm not telling them anything they don't already know. One of the tough things about persuasion is people reach their conclusions socially and emotionally before reason has a chance. Exactly. That's why you need to catch them off guard, get them to laugh or smile in some way, shape, or form, and then you win. Like, if you're trying to ask a girl out, all this other crap that you're thinking of saying doesn't work. If you can get her to smile and laugh a little bit, then you're in. And it's the same thing with this. If I can get that senator to smile or laugh for even 5 seconds, I'm in. I win. And that's what I need to do here. And it's a difficult thing to do. You have to kind of read an audience to figure out what it is like how they're reacting to things and what they're going to laugh at. And it's a difficult thing to do, and I'm not really very good at it. But I think you guys are on the mark when you said that the line about them, when I said, the people who were saying that this is a solution to this is a solution, in search of a problem, would certainly consider it a problem if their data were stuck on that machine that has a bad charging tip that they can't get it off. I mean, if their pre-written scripted speech that they hadn't memorized before reading it to you were stuck on that machine they couldn't get their data off of, I'm sure they would have considered that a problem. Like something like that, like bam! You know, if I can get a grin out of even one senator after saying that, I'm good. Bills go by bribes, nothing else. Yeah, there's that. Relate anti-repair people. Too bad you're not taking that ride in daylight. There's a lot more trees in Washington than people, unlike New York. Yeah. What about a reference to the right of life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness, and us depriving the little guy of his constitutional right? That's just going to bore them. It sounds too scripted. There's no Apple Store in the middle of Washington State between Tacoma and Spokane. Enabling an end user to replace a battery can help the customer as well as local economies by avoiding shipping 4S to NYC. Yeah, that's not bad. You have to reach them through their emotional responses and relate the real issues to them. Yeah. Emotional responses are what's going to win.
What is it? What do you want me to say? I'm just looking ahead. What? No, what is it? What do you want me to say? Yeah, you can have it.
travel costs get covered off you testify, or is this out of your own pocket? LOL. Haha. Out of pocket. That was one of my points in the last speech when they said that there are people here who stand to profit greatly from this legislation. I said, yeah, you're the one getting paid as a lobbyist to speak. I'm the one who paid $2,000 out of pocket last minute to get a hotel and flight out here. Are you kidding me? That was to Boston. So I paid for my flight to here. I pay $97 for my Uber. I pay a few $100 for my hotel. I pay for my flight to Maine. I pay for my hotel in Maine. I pay for my flight back to New York. It's a small price to pay, because when I'm 90 years old and I'm looking back on what I did with my life, I'm not going to be pissed off that I spent a few $1,000 here and there to be able to tell the truth to politicians and film lying lobbyists and showcase them to the world. Like, the money that I save now, here's the way I see it is, the money that, when I'm 90 years old and I look back on my life, how am I going to feel about the choices I made? Because, like, in the short term, yeah, I mean, I could get my store open a little bit faster if I was coordinating everything and I was back there rather than everybody, kind of asking me questions back and forth while I'm in the middle of hearings. I would save about $2,000 or $3,000 in travel costs and all of that. But like, when I'm 90 years old, I'm going to enjoy the memories that I had. I'm going to be happy that I spoke up for my industry, You talk, and I'm not listening or writing this down. I don't. Yes, I talk. That's my stream. That's my stream. Most politicians are tech-tards. When there's... Yeah, taxpayer pays it. I think auto repair analogies are useful. Imagine if dealers were the only option and parts were not available. If there were no local mechanics at the tire shops, the need for what you do is basic. I think so. We'll see. Welcome to Washington. Thank you. Is this another right to repair hearing? It will be. When you're 90, you won't remember what you were doing. If you wanted better memory, you couldn't afford it. Okay, you know what? You've earned this, Mr. Dev Random. Maybe that's the angle. Yeah, that's what I did last time, Kurt Doe. Have you seen that Nikon are about to terminate its authorized repair program? You have to send your camera to New York or California. I don't get what Paul likes about that company so much. I don't get it. David Paul says, good on you, love your work. Thank you, Mr. David. IKO4 said, go find a weird burrito at a weird burrito place full of weird people. I'm going to avoid the weird people. Oh, Outseeker said something and I can't see what he said. Outseeker usually has quality content. Maybe focused on Apple, but you're in Microsoft and Amazon country. Check to see if they do the same thing Apple does. Yeah, I forgot. Microsoft is nearby. Read a highway sign. Gas exit 107 tourist activities. Exit 107 Pacific Avenue. I want to lay down and be a bum. Can you send me video evidence into the record that they would have to watch? I don't know. I'm not really an expert at testifying. And now, folks, here's Erica.
What is it? I'm gonna record over here, you guys. So we're in the last 6 minutes. I can't wait to actually go on the bed and just lie down. You have to practice. I need to lie down, close my eyes for a little bit, order food, take a shower. Yeah. See, like, our sleep schedule in New York is kind of messed up. So normally we sleep at about 2 a.m. So we were supposed to catch a flight at 9 a.m. today. I couldn't sleep until 3 a.m. So do you think we woke up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m.? No. We were so tired we didn't even hear the alarm go off. I think instinctually we just turned it off. So we had to reschedule our flight to 5 p.m. New York time. Now it's 9:45, I think. 9:47 p.m. Seattle time. And I'm just so tired. Then we gotta be up early and then go to this legislation thing. And yeah. I'm just tired. Yeah, we're 5 minutes away. It's just, I think the killing thing is just staying in one area for such a long time, right? You go ahead and you sit on the plane for about 6 hours. I think the flight was 5 hours 15, but you have to factor in boarding, sitting down afterwards, and then when they land, you're also sitting for another 10 minutes, and then get into a car, sit some more. I just need to sit in a position that's not sitting upright. I just want to lie down. I wish there was a Taco Bell nearby. I miss eating Taco Bell. I went to Chipotle recently, by the way. I had a steak burrito. It was overrated. I like my Taco Bell much more. I'm a Taco Bell kind of girl. Oh. Yeah, I love the triple layer nachos. Like, if I could, I would have a triple layer nachos right now with black beans and onions, and maybe some Reaper Ranch sauce if they still have it. I love the nachos box that Taco Bell had. I think they made it a permanent item. I haven't been there in quite some time, but Reaper Ranch is amazing. I don't have any problems eating Taco Bell.
But right now, I could really use some nachos. I don't think getting food delivery for Taco Bell would be a good idea. Maybe some Mexican place. I just really want to eat nachos. Oh really? Oh man. No, but Taco Bell doesn't deliver well. I like eating my Taco Bell within 3 minutes of getting it. Not waiting 15-20 minutes. We did. One of the big suitcase is just one tripod. So we have a suitcase just for basically a tripod and shoes. Yeah, Taco Bell delivers. I don't know what place would be open this late that has Mexican food. Oh yeah, 7-Eleven. Yeah, but nah, I like my Taco Bell triple layer nachos. Yeah, when I go back to New York, I'm hitting up a Taco Bell. I miss it. Yeah, Taco Bell is always open. At least the drive-thru is open, I think, close to 24 hours. Usually dining, I think, closes at 10 p.m. But it just doesn't deliver well. That's the only problem with the Taco Bell nachos. Maybe I could ask for it all on the side. Yes, please give me a triple layer nachos, but put the cheese and all the red sauce on the side, and the refried beans, and the black beans, and the onions, and the Reaper Ranch.
No Taco Bell. That doesn't make sense, Teresa. Someone said they emailed me a pic, but I don't know what that is. Why are you emailing me pics? It better not be a dick pic. Okay. This looks like a cornfield area. Does this not look like where?
This looks like, yeah, this looks kind of
very horror movie-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Erica said if we go on vacation anywhere, it can be anywhere besides those places with cornfields. But I like this. Yeah, this is nice.
This is nice.
I like this. This looks like
Something I see in one of those forensic TV shows where.
yeah, where they put Apple users.
No.
They put MacBook users. That out back is where they dispose of the Apple users. Someone said I live in a cornfield. There's someone there who does not seem very happy that we're showing up this late. Alright, time to carry all this stuff. Jacket, water bottle, bag, another bag, camcorder.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Have a good night.
Thank you very much, man. You take camcorder? I take this. Yeah. Oh, sorry, man. Sure. Which one of these is my idea?
Do you want to check them in? Or?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Name?
Lewis.
What's your what's your first name?
Lewis.
I got him right here.
Oh, okay, it's a different one. Okay,
Just walking. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
let me see your credit card also, please.
Sure.
Credit card will be used for incidental charges. And you're here for 2 nights?
Yep.
For 2 adults, no children, no pets?
No
Did you
children.
Just fly into,
Just flew in.
just flew in? Welcome to Washington.
Thank you. Do you know what the airport in Olympia is used for? Or is that like a
Very small region.
small?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not for probably commercial flights.
So if I were able to build that drone and fly here.
Yeah, they don't have any commercial flight from Olympia Airport. What brings you to Washington?
Oh, lobbying.
Really?
Yeah.
For what cause?
Right to repair. We're on the good side, not the bad side.
I mean,
Right to repair.
Repair what?
Anything, really. Farm equipment, electronics, phones, all
Like if
sorts
you
of
have
stuff.
a broken
Really?
computer or broken phone.
Against people like her, really.
So your phone number ends in 1377?
Yep, that's me.
Thank you. Well, that's interesting. So you're gonna be going to the state capitol tomorrow?
Yep. Fun.
Well, I hope you do well. I've been there before to testify.
How long does it take here?
I would say 5-6 miles.
Oh, okay.
Not bad at all. It's a quick, brisk jog in the morning.
No, no, not that
With
close.
what, like suitcase?
No, not that close. Especially,
5 miles is a brisk jog, Erica.
Yeah, I'm not lugging this thing 5 miles.
it's gonna rain too.
This has one big tripod inside of it mostly and a couple pairs of shoes.
Do you do this all over the country?
Yep.
Constantly?
I mean, it only happens.
We're staying here for,
I'm going to Maine after this
yeah,
one.
we're gonna go ahead. So we came from New York, came over here, and then in 2 days we're gonna have to go to.
What organization do you work for?
My own. I'm a boss. Nobody will hire me.
Or do you do this individually?
Yep.
Do you do for an
No, I have 13 employees, but they're mostly also bums that nobody else would hire. So, yeah, we just lobby for myself, but on behalf of the whole industry.
industry? The technology?
Yep.
So why should anybody be opposed to repair stuff? It's a good thing.
No, because then you won't buy a new one.
So when you
If her piece of crap MacBook breaks and she can't get a new one, she'll be forced to buy another piece of crap MacBook. So more money. Also, they claim it's dangerous and all that kind of stuff. Like if you try to replace your own battery, the phone will blow up. You know, how evil is what I'm saying?
Non-smoking hotel, there will
Great.
be
No smoking.
$50 charge. If there's any smoking done in the room, damage made in the room, there will be, so if there's makeup, stain, shoe, buffing with color, you're charged.
No makeup, Eric.
So, your vehicle license plate in this.
I don't
Oh,
have
we
a
don't
vehicle.
have any.
I have a Bafang. It doesn't have a license plate.
Yeah, we took a lift over.
The shuttle, lift?
All right.
On your way back, it's gonna be cheaper if you can shuttle express. They'll come pick you up from here, but
Oh,
you have to
cool.
arrange it ahead of time. I think for the 2 of you, it's gonna be something simple, so maybe
How much do you think that is?
it's 60 per person, so it's 120, and then.
Oh, yeah, it was cheaper to use Lyft.
It was-
I was surprised. 97 or something. I was surprised because like Lyft and Uber have been saying, you know, we want to make a living wage and all that, so I figured that they would cost more money. But I guess it's not.
It's 150 in Uber.
Oh yeah, Uber's a rip. No, I think.
Uber was significant.
Yeah, Uber costs way more than
It was
Lyft.
like 130.
I don't think that whole employee rights thing has caught up to Lyft yet, but it caught up to Uber.
You got really lucky with the 90 something.
I know.
It's the cheapest I've heard.
Yeah.
Yes, when is your flight back?
I don't remember.
22nd,
I have to.
believe, because the.
I think
main one is
22nd.
on the 23rd.
22nd?
Yeah, 22nd is the flight to Maine, and then after.
What time are you leaving from here?
I have no idea. That's why I have a cell phone. My cell phone is my brain. I'm under 40.
My son was telling me he does not like Microsoft Surface Pro because it was designed in such a way you cannot do anything.
Yeah, it's annoying.
So when the battery life dies, you have to throw away the thing.
Yeah, with the Surface, everyone up until the latest one, if anything dies on it, which they often do for no reason, you have to buy a new one. I'm genuine. I don't think anybody's actually purchased it. I've never seen one in person. I still don't believe it exists. I've never seen one.
I have a friend who purchased it.
Yeah, but see, that's not a first-person story.
A colleague paid for it $800.
Yeah, I've never seen one in real life, to be honest with you. I still don't believe they exist, but I'm always open to being proven wrong.
I've seen it myself. So my son is a tech guru, and he told me, "Mom, don't even think about liking it. If you don't even think about buying it or doing anything with it." Wow, I like your cause.
Thank you.
Yeah. The more I hear about it, I welcome you, and I think you're doing a good thing. Yes, I don't like all this.
I'm sure you tell that to every lobbyist that comes here.
Yeah. You know, the landfill being
Yeah.
full of these things. It's not good for the environment. It's not. And then
It's not good for the wallet.
Well, it's good for the technology company wallet.
Yep.
That's what it is. And then, you know, I am not the typical American person. I am so against buying, throwing away. Buying, throwing away.
Me too.
I'm Asian, so I reuse, recycle, get the maximum of everything.
She does the same thing. Her machine
I
is.
have a 2012 MacBook.
She has an iPhone 4S.
I love it. I love it so much. People tell me to upgrade. I'm like, I don't need to upgrade. Not yet, but if I have to, I will. It works for my purposes.
Oh, I'm sorry. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I make everybody sick around here how much I recycle, use everything.
It's a good thing to do.
I never use a clean piece of paper for my personal use or for internal use. I get angry over one piece of paper. Of course, I hate my stuff.
I can tell that you guys recycle. Your monitors are squares. That's amazing.
Oh, not the curve.
It's a 4:3 aspect ratio, Erica. That's beautiful. You have good taste as well. It's good to meet you. Thank you so much for everything.
Welcome you. I hope
You clearly like your job. That's rare these days, but I appreciate it.
Just wondering, how do we get to our room?
so. You got me excited about. I'm not doing my job. I apologize.
Oh, you're doing it very well.
Located down the hallway, immediately to the left, ice machine, vending machine, swimming pool,
Oh, okay.
hot tub, or on the ground floor, down the hallway to the right. Breakfast will be served in the room behind you tomorrow 6 to 9.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
And password for the internet is here on the
Got
piece
it.
of paper I gave you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
And if you need coupon for restaurants in the area, we're happy to share them with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I guess Microscopes have a company good luck tonight.
Not very much indeed. That's I guess. All right.
Where I want you guys. Yeah, 11 to the left.
It's kind of like when that Hawaii elevator we went through.
Yeah.
Okay, you might want to pace the camera down.
Why?
That way people don't know exactly where we're going.
I mean, you can't. The rooms have no numbers on them, so it's not like.
That's true. Well,
Oh.
you gotta.
Here's my question, Erica.
What?
If the rooms don't have numbers on them, then how do we know which one's ours? I think this is one of those are riddle
No, it does have
hotels.
numbers. That one's probably a maintenance room. It has numbers. No, I
Oh.
think she's great. I could use it.
A home filled with
What?
random pink and light blue plush shit too.
Yeah, it
I wanted
is.
to ask her.
Come on, put the camera down.
People will be able to find out where we went by the amount of steps if they're really smart.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I heard they were something with me, so I came and prepared with
I've
my
never had
master
someone-
key so that we wouldn't have to inconvenience you.
I've never had someone actually bring me to my hotel room, and I've paid way more than this for a hotel. You really care about your job, and it shows. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
No, really. Thank you.
You had a
How long have you
long
been working
flight.
Actually, wait. This is a Papa
13
John's
years.
card.
13 years.
Is this a hotel key or a Papa
Yes, sir.
John's card? Oh,
It has
it's
a
both.
coupon
Both.
usually on top.
Whoa. Okay, that's double. That's amazing.
Dual duty. Oh, good. You have magical
Yay.
hands.
Thank you so much.
You
Have a good
That's
night.
what she says. So,
Get me going first.
son of a.
Smells like.
Erica,
Yeah?
she said I have magical hands.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she followed me upstairs.
Oh, whatever. Oh, God. Okay.
Maybe he's gonna dump that apple using lady in the elevator. Businesswoman with taste, I'll say. That is amazing. Wow. Indeed. They really care.
What?
It's 10 p.m. No one wants to visit Olympia this late.
10 p.m.?
Uh-oh. She's awesome. I agree. No one is following you except the CIA. Make sure to tip her. I didn't bring cash. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't have that much cash.
Actually, I could sign over my Verizon check to her. I have a Verizon refund check in my pocket.
No.
No, really, I still have this Verizon refund check in my
No,
pocket.
that's kind of no.
I could give her $5. I have seven.
Give it to her later.
I have $7 on me. What? You don't think she's worth $7?
Well, I mean, don't give it to her now.
She said I'm going by heads. I'm kind of curious what I could get for $7.
Oh, whatever.
This lady has been pretty awesome with the service. She fucking has. She's amazing. Could resist it. That's what she said. I know. I'm such a child. Like, I'm gonna be 32 this year, and I'm still a child. Oh. Didn't Lewis say he loves pizza before? No, Lewis never said that. Especially not Papa John's. I don't like pizza. Pizza's shit. Then again, Papa John's isn't really pizza anyway. Seriously, check for bed bugs before lying down. It's a comfort inn. It's not gonna have bed bugs. It's fine.
I checked earlier. I did it earlier.
And they have racist pizza. Oh no, they don't. For fuck's sake. Jesus. Stop jumping on bandwagons of stuff.
Do they have a heater in here?
We in Olympia are nice most of the time. They really are. That lady deserves a tip. I'm gonna have to give her a tip while Erica's sleeping because Erica doesn't want me to give her the money now.
I'm just saying you don't have to give her a tip right now. You can give
Then
her-
again, $7 is kind of insulting.
Well, that's all the cash we have.
Yeah, I mean, I did tell her I'm not the bad guy lobbyist, so this is all I could give you. Didn't
I don't see heater.
didn't know food items could be racist as blind mango. Oh, dude, we're on the West Coast. Trust me, that's the least of it.
Is there a heater in here? Seriously. I guess not. Yeah.
I feel like you're just waking up to the fact that everywhere else is not New York. No, I've traveled several times, many times. Every time I leave New York, I'm reminded that I should not be in this shithole of a city. That floor looks dirty. It's a hotel. You know how many people have probably came on that floor? Nice and informative reception lady. I agree. She's awesome. I gotta use an ATM tomorrow and give her a good tip.
Oh.
Eric, it's 10 o'clock.
What food is over here? What food delivery service do most of you guys use? Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats? I can't tell the difference between all of them.
Uber Eats is shit because they don't make money. Uber's a shit company in general.
Grubhub, I guess.
DoorDash too. DoorDash and Uber, I oppose on principle. Use Grubhub are seamless. Granite countertop. Wonder if Eugene made that. Triggered. He said he's lobbying. He didn't say he's a lobbyist. Huge difference. Yep.
Ooh, hey, look at the first hit, you guys. Look, when I typed in the address, the first hit that shows up.
Nobody can see.
Look at the first hit.
Denny's. Oh my god.
Taco Bell.
Denny's is shit.
We got Buffalo Wild Wings, which you can't eat. We got Applebee's. Oh, here! They have a Mexican place.
Let's be clear, all lobbyists are the bad type.
Hey, they have a... Yeah, they have a Mexican place. Ooh, do they have... Hey, it's pretty cheap. The burritos here are only like $5-7.
So he's doxed himself already. What do you mean? There's so much concern over doxing that I think it's just ridiculous. It's like people already know my business address.
Nachos.
They already show up and call my stores hundreds of times a day. I almost don't even think I'd care if my social security and a mother's maiden name and all that crap made it out there. It's like if somebody wants my shit credit score, they can have it. My identity is not worth stealing. Hotel receptionist said, why would anyone be against repair? Well, everything's more complicated than that. But she was being nice and just making conversation. Get the Wi-Fi password. My phone's LTE is going to be better than any hotel Wi-Fi rubbish. Why staying 2 nights if leaving 22nd? Can you count?
It depends what time we check out, right?
Can you count? 20th, 21st. Leaving 22nd. Lewis being jerk. I can't help it. I'm from New York. I'm a grumpy asshole. What's the question that I ask you more than anything, Erica? What question do I ask you more than anything?
I don't know.
Why do you want to date an asshole?
Okay.
Okay. You can replace touchscreen, you know.
What's a chili Romanos? Yeah, there's only 4 places we can order food from.
Alright, break it to me. And don't include Denny's.
Okay, you got, I think this place sounds good.
What?
It's a burrito place. They have this thing called a chili regalado or something. Chili...
This is gonna be trash, isn't it? I saw Taco Bell. Just break it to me. Tell me it's Taco Bell.
No, it's not Taco Bell. Chili Relino. Chili R-E-L-L-E-O.
Check for bed bugs. This is a hotel. This is not an Airbnb. We have nothing to worry about.
No, you can't actually.
You should be afraid of the clowns hiding in the darkness. No, you should be afraid of that cornfield looking setup outside
Hey,
where the murderers are hiding.
I made sure I drew the curtains very close.
Oh my god, they have alarm clocks with red LEDs. That's adorable. Maybe he is reconsidering sleeping in like a jerk. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Hey, do you have a Grubhub account?
Yes. What am I scrolling past? I already scrolled past racist pizza. Washington has made it to my chat. Nobody takes two-party checks, says Melissa Wallace. Papa John says salads.
My MacBook doesn't make her chime.
Give the girl in the lobby the tip if Erica doesn't want it, just the tip. That's dirty.
Alright.
Take Lewis to Jake's for a hot dog. I don't want a hot dog. Audio static. Whoops. Lewis, you're killing the mic. Whoops. Ever consider doing a TED Talk about right to repair? Nope.
I think that would be a good idea.
TED Talk honestly has smaller. I think I would have less of a reach if I did a TED Talk than just my own channel. I don't think I would really get anything much out of that.
You could go ahead and
Yeah. Phone. I dropped everybody. This is the MacBook user right here. Being a MacBook user. Hey, anybody want to see what my bag looks like? You want to see what all my top of the line camera gear looks like? This is my piece of shit eBay bag. I think I paid $15 for this thing. Ready? Alright, this here is my setup. Hopefully by the time I'm done with this, Erica has ordered food. If not,
you sign in on GoPro?
that would require I remember my password, Erica. Let me see. Here. The password appears to be saved. See, I signed in.
Oh, okay.
That was funny. Erica had my password saved on her computer. Wonder how it got there. Alright, so let's see. How do I turn on this piece of shit lamp? Switch in the wall. Yeah. There we go. Is this an incandescent bulb? Holy shit, that looks like an incandescent bulb. Wow. This is a true boomer hotel. Alright. So this is my piece. You check the bed. For fuck's sake, it's a hotel. It's fine. Hotels don't have bed bugs. Airbnbs that chosen by Erica, on the other hand. That is a shit show. Alright, so here's the inside of the bag. You ready? I don't want you all to get too jealous of my camera gear here. These are my AA batteries. I don't use those rechargeables for traveling because I can't trust them. I have rechargeables at the office. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I don't know which ones are good or not, so fuck it. I just bought batteries for the wireless. So these are for the wireless transmitters. Now, this here is a Magewell USB 3 to HDMI capture dongle. So this dongle here is going to allow me to get the video from the camcorder and stream it. I don't record internally to the camcorder because this camcorder, the NEX EA50, its internal recording is trash. It uses AVC HD at the most baseline profile. Not only is it baseline profile, but it's something like 17 or 19 megabit a second. It's just total trash. Now next up, I have my XLR cables. So I have not XLR. I have my HDMI cables. I have a short HDMI and a long HDMI. Every time I take cables with me, I typically take one that is new and original packaging and one that's old. So I have one that I know works, and in case that fails, I have literally a new one. XLR cables. I have two XLR cables, one in there and one under there, so I could plug it from the mixer outputs on their panel directly into my camcorder. My camcorder has XLR ins for microphone as well as line in. Here I have my camcorder batteries. I have 4 of them. I have 2 Sony batteries and 2 knockoff ones because Sony rapes you on batteries, so I don't buy the OEM. This is my battery charger. I have the cable under there for the battery charger. This is what my wireless receivers will you attach to the camcorder with. So this here is for my wireless receivers, and I usually have that attached and hooked up to the camcorder. Now, I can either attach wired or I can attach wirelessly if the thingy with the mic panel is far away. That's what these are for. So this here is the one I usually use on my DPA mic. This here is, I believe, this is the transmitter. So I could put this transmitter by the mixer panel, and then I plug it in using this XLR, female XLR, to male 3.5 millimeter jack, and then the receiver, which is in here, can plug into the camcorder, which is, oh, for fuck's sake, over here. So the receiver is going to be in this one. Now, next up, I have, in addition to this, I like to have a backup for my audio recording, so I have another XLR to quarter in, the 3.5 millimeter plug somewhere in here, and this here is a zoom. So I originally bought this for doing the Best Buy video. I needed a portable recorder that was easy to hide, and this one has a line in over here, so I plug so I'll have an additional wire coming from that panel that goes straight to this audio recorder. And the purpose of that is, let's say that my camcorder dies or wireless audio or something dies, anything like that, I have another copy of the audio, and also this can record a little bit better. This can do 24-bit, 96 kilohertz, whereas this camcorder does 16-bit, 48 kilohertz. And recording in 16-bit in 2020 is actually that's totally boomerish. Like, nobody records direct to 16-bit. That's fucking ridiculous. But that can do that. And here I have a wired microphone. This is an Audio-Technica AE5400. For any of you who are interested in the quality of the AKG 414, the Audio-Technica 4050 sounds very similar to the AKG 414. And this is essentially a cardioid-only handheld version of the Audio-Technica 4050. So this AE5400, you can get this for like $200 used, and it sounds very similar to an AKG 414. It's just you don't get the different polar patterns. It only has one polar pattern of cardioid. So I have this hooked up so that, let's say I want to comment or give any commentary as the hearing is going on, but really quiet, I can have it up to my mouth. And over here, I also brought with me a wireless microphone. This is a Sennheiser with this is the EW100G3, but I have an upgraded capsule here, the E865. I believe this is the electric capsule. Sounds much better than the dynamic shit that it comes with. That thing makes an SM57 sound good, I swear. It's awful. Let's see what else. I have the covers, additional covers for the lenses. This is my zoom lens.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a stuffed pepper burrito. Okay?
What else do they have?
They don't have any vegetarian options. The closest thing I can find is a stuffed pepper.
Okay. What else do they have?
Everything else is chicken and meat and fish.
Yeah. Fuckers. Oh, well, I'll take it.
Okay. I'm gonna say everything else is like chimichangas.
They have a bean one.
Bean and cheese? You want that?
But I wonder if does this peppered one have beans in it?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's 10 o'clock at night. Beggars can't be choosers. We'll get real food tomorrow. This is one of the things about New York that I kind of miss. Like, it's past 10 o'clock, which means all you can order here is Denny's. Like, in New York City, I can get virtually any type of food that I want late at night. It doesn't matter. But New York City's a shithole. So there's that. So this is my zoom lens. And this thing actually has dust in it. I don't mean behind the lens cap. I mean like in the zoomy part. So, yeah, let me put the lens down. So in there, like, I can see that there's dust in that thingy when I take the lens cap off, and it pisses me off because I can't do anything about it, and it drives me nuts. It's in there. It's in there. It's awful. Like, I know it's all the way in the back part, and it's annoying. But what are you gonna do? I don't want to buy another lens. And this thing is this is 18 to 200 millimeter. So that's a lot of zoom that you get here. Look at this thing. This is amazing. It's a servo zoom. I don't need the servo thing. I don't use the servo. I never use the servo. I keep the thing on manual unless it's really like taken down. I take it apart. I have no idea how to take a lens apart. I'd probably fucking destroy it. I'd destroy it if I tried to take apart my lens. So I'm not going to do that. I know myself. So that's my lens. I can't even figure out how to get it back in the damn case. Nothing fits in this bag. This bag is way too small for all the stuff that I have here. And this is my camcorder right here. This is the NEX EA50. Huh? Look at this. 90% of the buttons in this, I have no idea what they do. I just bought this thing. I bought this thing 7 years ago because it's like, oh look, it looks like a real camcorder. That's what I need. It was the cheapest large sensor thing I could find online. I think it retails for like $2 or $3K. I think I got the thing used for about $900. What I really liked about it is the XLRs on it. I wouldn't have to worry about audio sync going out or having to choose the right audio interface. Because the audio interface I have at home, the audio sync is on point, the Focusrite. I tried a PreSonus in the past, and the audio sync was just shit. So regardless of how I adjusted buffer settings or changed everything, I just didn't want to deal with it. So I got this thing. It has XLR ins, 2 XLR ins. It has HDMI output. This actually outputs 422 10-bit uncompressed, which is amazing. I think it's like 250 megabytes per second that it outputs. But I don't use that. I use Open Broadcaster and I record with NV12 because anything above that and you're really killing it. I don't do any sort of color grading after the fact, so high bitrate 420 NV12 is fine with me. Over here, also you can't use, you can't record an Open Broadcaster, I think the 422 or 444. You can record to RGB, but then you have to use X264 RGB, and that just uses a lot. And ProRes has been broken in Open Broadcaster since 20.0.3. You can't use ProRes in Open Broadcaster. It's totally broken. Anyway, so here I can switch from line or mic, which is nice. So let's say that I show up at a hearing and they don't have mic output, they have line output, or they don't have line output, they have mic output. I don't go, oh my God, I'm screwed. I just can't record audio here. Nope, my camcorder's set for it. I just set it to line or mic. I can attach my thingy to the top of it, my wireless transmitters. Yeah, I have my SD card over here. I usually don't record to the camcorder because, again, this thing's a piece of shit. Like the internal recording, I'm not kidding. It's something like baseline profile in 18 or 23 megabit per second. It's absolutely useless, but that's just a backup. Just a backup. So I have a bunch of stuff like that. You can tell the age of this thing based on the AV out. Look at this. Look at this. Ah, there's a yellow. Remember when you got a PlayStation 1, if you really wanted an upgrade, you could get S-Video instead of normal? Look at that. Component! 1080i! 1080i! So awesome. And this thing, it has this fake camcorder shit over here. There's this one guy, Something Whisperer, who did a review of it. This thing is so fake. This thing over here, there's no counterbalance. So if you try to actually put this thing on your shoulder like this, like there's not, usually there's supposed to be a counterweight behind you so that the weight is on your shoulder, so that the weight is on your body. But this thing has all the weight on your shoulder. You're actually pushing it up like you're doing standing press in the squat rack or something at the gym. It's terrible. But it's just there to make people. This is there so that Sony could make people think that they have a professional piece of gear when they don't. But it's still kind of. So that thing just doesn't even belong on the camera body. But this is my camcorder. I've been using this camcorder for 7 years now, and because I'm a cheapskate, I still use it to this day. That's my camcorder. Love my little cam. Love my little cheap piece of shit. There's so many people who've suggested I get a better or more modern camcorder, but why? I'm a cheapskate. So that's my stuff. That's my setup. What do you record to if not the SD card? Good question. So I do. I have this Magewell HDMI capture card, and I can record the raw video right out of the camcorder. So it has a USB on one and HDMI on the other. Why don't I get another 4K camera? Because I'm a cheapskate. And even when I'm not a cheapskate, it's because I'm paying things like a contractor that a mentor referred me that steals $35,000. So there's that. So there's no upgrading camera anytime soon. This thing works. I don't think anybody watches. Even if I had a good camera, I wouldn't know how the hell to use it. So it'd be kind of worthless, you know. Like if I had a good camera, a really awesome, way better camera, does it really matter when I don't know much about lighting, color grading, any of that other shit? There's this one guy on YouTube that does a comparison between one of those Lumix cameras, those fancy schmancy Panasonic ones. Did you order food yet, Erica? Yeah. Or the Lumix camera and an iPhone, and you really can't tell the difference that well. Because that's the thing, if you don't know how to use a camera, you're probably not going to get much better video out of a professional one than you will out of a smartphone nowadays. I almost forgot to put my charger in there. Charging cable for camera goes here. Just do it, Erica. Give me your wallet and the camcorder bag. He opens the bag and looks at you disgusted and says, "Keep the camera, you cheapskate." Yeah. Yeah. I am a cheapskate. I'm a cheapskate with a piece of shit camera. I love my little piece of shit camera. Erica just ordered food. Hallelujah. Take that one that Linus broke. Huh. You know more about production video than most of the viewers. No, I really don't. Anybody that even has the slightest cursory knowledge of video would have, or photography, knows way more than I do. I don't know jack shit. Is Jessica going to be there to testify? No, she it's too far away. She just got done teaching class. She was not up for this. When's the meeting? Tomorrow morning. I'm surprised Lewis is reluctant to learn new stuff. I don't know why you think I'm reluctant to learn it. It's just, don't recall saying I'm reluctant to learn. Eugene is why we can't have nice things. Yeah, the world is filled with Eugenes, unfortunately. Not everybody. There's a lot of not Eugenes, but it really only takes a couple of Eugenes to ruin it for people, for the rest of everybody. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera 6K is amazing for the price. See, I wouldn't trust Blackmagic with anything, and here's why. I got one of their capture cards before. I had the Magewell USB one, and I wanted something more stable. This is before they released the proper USB plug. This is back when they had the micro USB plug one. So I got like a Blackmagic capture card, and it didn't work with my microscope camera, but it worked with my camcorder. So I contacted them and asked them what's up with this, and they said, "Oh yeah, that's not supported." I go, "What?" And they said, "No, this is a broadcast capture card, whereas your microscope camera is a medical HDMI device, not a broadcast HDMI device." And I just, like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. I can plug this piece of shit camera that I have into a $70 Acer monitor, and it works, and it doesn't work with your almost $500 capture card? And we can't support that, sorry. No, Blackmagic is a pain in the ass, and oh my god, Eli used to have their switcher studio thing that cost over $2,000, because Eli, I don't know what it is with Eli, he likes to do things the hard way. He uses, what is it he uses? He uses Wirecast instead of Open Broadcaster just because he refuses to use open source things that are free. And he uses the stupid $2,000 Blackmagic switcher instead of something else to switch cameras and things like that. It's so buggy. He'll tell you that Blackmagic thing he had, I mean, it cost full professional rates to buy that thing, and it works like shit. Anthony, we'll see. Hopefully it works. Philippe, nobody wants to meet random people that point at them on the street. Maybe there's other people that do, but I don't. Hello, Erica. I'm not gonna have Erica say hello, welcome. Yeah, this chat is starting to become kind of trashy now.
What?
Just trashy, unfortunately. Okay, time to go. See you all next time. Bye-bye, creepy people. And to the other, like, 290 of you that are not creepy, thank you very much for coming and watching. For the 10 of you that are being really weird, fuck off. And I will see you tomorrow.